now.
See you later. 24 in a row. Let's party some more. This is outstanding cricket.
This is a brilliant show of power hitting. Another six, and the tactics are all wrong at the moment by the bowler.
Oh my, that's racing away.
Really was an impressive shot. Good timing and driven through the covers.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Good fielding out in the boundary. Shot, finds the gap with that one.
That was a really solid shot. Read the length early, got onto the front foot, and it raced away for four.
Sampson, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Oh, now then, that's high in the air. Batters should get a few here.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets on the front foot and it flies over the boundary.
That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do other than watch the ball go all over the ground.
3 more fielders can be moved outside the circle.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the Van Vahar colony end. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. And that's stuck. Straight to cover point for an easy catch.
2 down, the long walk back to the pavilion for them. This could be a huge swing of momentum.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Wow, that's missed the lot. Oh, that's a great shot early on, wide of cover. And that'll give him a bit of confidence early on. May pull up short of the boundary though.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
The right armour is coming into the attack from the Garganash Temple end. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4. Not the ideal way of handling that ball. They go up here, but it might have pitched a bit short. We'll have to wait and see what the umpire says. Out! Caught! Oh, wow. Brilliant reactions, and what a catch.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
Yeah, big opportunity. They've worked really hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get a big score on the board. That is quite extraordinary. David, don't do it to them like that. What a shot.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Oh, geez, they've hit that beautifully. That was gloriously met. 2 maximums in a row. Is it a sign of things to come? Hasaranga finishes an economical over and walks away with a wicket, which was fully deserved.
It's been non-stop action tonight. Every plan for the batters has been dismantled with almost a level of disdain.
Deshpande from the Van Vahar colony end. That sounded good. It sounded really good. That's a maximum. It's gone 12 deep into the crowd.
That ball has been hit. It has flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Well, now that could be out of the ground. That's a tremendous shot, just sailed away.
Somehow they need to stop the rot. That's 12 from 2, and someone is really looking in the mood at the moment.
Kohli is starting to really get on top of this bowling. May need a few changes to halt the momentum.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Good catch, out! Straight to cover point for an easy catch.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure they would have liked a few more, but they'll leave the ground to the applause from the crowd.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on will collect that one though. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the back quicker than he thought. That's gone for 6. That is a huge one. Salt wants plenty from these bowlers.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that over the boundary.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Oh, Salt went long, high and hard. That is huge. 2 in a row.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive and just powers that one over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
End of the over. Thank God. 32 off it. The Giants are 181 for 4. Oh, the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Oh, that's a biggie. Oh, that is huge. All the way for a maximum. And it's gone many rows deep. Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. That's high. Is there enough on it? There is. Add that maximum to the scoreboard. Thank you very much.
Follows up the first 6 with an even better strike. Impressive hitting display at the moment.
Boundaries are flowing. You need to find a dot ball or two just to slow things down again. Oh, great shot.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Oh! 16 runs added there. The Giants, 197 for 4. Smacks that away through the gap. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover field.
Misjudged that throw and the batters survived what would have been a certain run out.
Misses everything. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. Good pick up, big chance. That looks gone. Oh, great running.
fluent innings undone by a decent delivery. A good wicket to get at a good time.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Bang! Bowled. Just stunning bowling.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure a few more runs would have been better, but this has been a good innings.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. You have to wait just a little bit longer to face their first ball, though.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Sharma taking guard. Has been playing really well in recent matches. Certainly needs to bring their A game today. Oh, that's a great shot early on. Wide of cover. And that'll give him a bit of confidence early on. May pull up short of the boundary, though. Gone aerial with that one. It'll land safe. Might not be four. Oh, that's been heaved away and punished over the road. That's a brute of a maximum.
Fills their boots first ball. Didn't need a second look. Takes a six.
Nice and settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Down the ground, lovely shot. Mid-off chasing. That could be four. Hasaranga has kept the pressure on in this over. Just needs to maintain the momentum going forwards. Deshpande from the Van Bahar colony end. Shot, finds the gap with that one.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Needs a direct hit.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over. Just looks so easy. gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. I can just stand and admire that shot.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder. Smacks that away through the gap. Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park.
No stone being left unturned by the batters. This will be a massive score.
Sharma coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. Goes for it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like it'll carry. This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. Great commitment. No. Terrible shot. Seven runs added in that over. The Giants are 240 for 6. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the Van Vahar Colony end. Nearly gets the edge. Archer with a great delivery there. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. Fielder out in the deep with some serious work to cut it off.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. Really looked like it'd be moving on to a big, big score, but not to be.
Partida ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps.
Just a little bit of room given and the power was immense. That's flown over the boundary.
End of the over, 13 coming from it. The Giants, 253 for 7. Hasarunga back into the attack.
The line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Sampson, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Too straight, it's just been helped on its way through. Maximum. Fine shot there.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Back-to-back boundaries. Can they make it 3 in a row and really put the bowler on the back foot? Nice shot, pierces the infield.
Starting to hit their stride. Fabulous piece of timing, and they're into the 20s. Might look to go big again here. All the way, got it right out of the middle.
What else do they have in their bag of tricks? Just not much seems to be working at the moment. That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do other than watch the ball go all over the ground.
No stone being left unturned by the batters. This will be a massive score.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the Van Vahar colony end. Wow, that's missed the lot. Finds the fielder with that shot. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on will collect that one though. End of the over. 7 off it. The Giants are 285 for 7. Tikshana into the attack now from the Garganash Temple end. Tikshana with a huge appeal. That was a lovely punch down the ground. It's in the gap. Should be a few on offer here, maybe 3. Oh, simple run out. Gone, nowhere near making it.
That's a real shame. That was a brilliant innings. Really was heading towards something special. A good wicket to take at this stage.
Someone different now to bowl at. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. Finds the edge. The bowler looks really confident. Gone. Fine catch.
Nine down now. The bowlers have nearly completed the job. The openers out in the field will be getting themselves ready for batting. It shouldn't be long before this innings ends.
Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Two runs coming from that over. The Giants, 287 for 9. Sharma from the Van Vahar Colony end. Gone, straight to long on. It's a pretty regulation catch in the end. Really good innings comes to an end. That's going to be a tough total to chase. Someone's going to need to step up with a big score. This is a massive total to chase. You have to stay positive, but the openers are going to have to get at it straight away. There can't be any settling in. Perfectly timed. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover field. Down the ground, but hits the stumps. Unlucky there, but they should scamper through for a cheeky single. That's the over. The Royals are 6 for none. Going with pace now. Got that away nicely. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be forward.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Drilled that one away. Beats the field with a great shot. Edged it. End of the over. 9 off it. The Royals 15 for none.
An excellent over by the batter, but the bowlers just reined them in a tad.
Goes over the top with that shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. That is a beautiful front foot shot. No point in chasing that one. Didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful delivery. No chance for the fielders.
Doesn't beat the infield. Straight to the fielder. The Giants has gone up for something here. Umpire looks a bit confused as to what they're appealing for. Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over. Hazelwood from the Garganash Temple end. Shot on the front foot. No one's getting that.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come.
Can he come back with a dot ball?
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. No, terrible shot. Couldn't get it through the field. Hazelwood over pitches and pays the price. Great shot by the batter. That could be 4.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. The Royals 35 for none. Got that away nicely. Nicked it. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Edge, amazing delivery. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Edged it. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on length is obviously the way to go. Time that. Perfect.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Beats the field with a great shot. End of the over. 8 off it. The Royals are 43 for none.
End of the 5th in the power play. The run rate's looking good at the moment, but they're falling behind the required rate. One of these two might need to go for it in the last over of the power play.
J-Swap muscles that away flat and hard for 4 more.
That one through the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
They've gone up here. Power and precision in that shot.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Not too sure what they're appealing for here. Great shot through the gap. And that completes the fielding restrictions. Time for some field changes.
The power play's completed. Run rate is hovering at a good pace, but they need to find more in the middle overs if they want to have a chance of racing this total down. Some adjustments to the field.
Sanders from the Van Vahar colony end. Comes down the wicket and drives that in the air. Great attacking play by the batter. 4 more.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders. The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point chasing that.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. And finds the inside edge. Well bowled. Everyone's gone up. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Finds the fielder with that shot. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. 9 runs added there. The Royals, 62 for none.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Smacks that away through the gap.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Massive outside edge. Cuts that off well in the infield. Clever shot, moved across the line of the ball, just clipped it away. Fine leg won't stop that. 11 runs added there. The Royals are 73 for none.
The batters are working the strike around, picking gaps for boundaries, but they might need to start taking some chances in the back half of the innings to keep in touch.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the Van Vaar colony end. Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Edge, but it drops safely. Was quick onto that in the infield. Over. Livingston has the ball in hand. The captain will be hoping they can tie one end down. Runs have been flowing a little too easily. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Oh, now then, that's high in the air. Batters should get a few here.
Had a real flash at that one. Beautifully struck too.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Brilliant shot there.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
The shot's certainly being played at the moment. Some good batting mixed in with a little bit of good fortune. 2 boundaries and 2 balls.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Does very well to quickly get across to this one. An economical over comes to an end, but you get the feeling these openers might just be finding their feet. Sharma from the Van Vaar colony end. Square cut, finds point, no run. And caught, that's just superb. Tried to go over, but it's gone straight to backward point.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. Those runs were really starting to flow.
That's a long way to walk out there just to turn around and walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first run behind them and then push on.
First ball for the batter, coming in.
Misses everything. Not too sure what they're appealing for here. Brilliant diving stop. The bowler looks really confident. Oh, wow. Brilliant reactions, and what a catch.
Well, was that a lazy shot or a good piece of bowling? And the field was set and they fell for it. Out for a duck.
Now, great opportunity to prove the critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team. That over could have really sealed this game. Losing 2 wickets in 1 over in this format is tough to recover from.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Beats the field with a great shot. Good stop. Probably managed to prevent 4 runs.
Top class innings. Been playing very nicely out there and brings up the half century. Some adjustments to the field.
Jaiswal edges it, but it finds the gap. Looks like they were late on that shot there. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Brilliant. That'll take some catching.
That's incredible. Just the power on that shot. That's the sort of thing you want to see in the crowd when you come to the cricket.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes though, you just got to accept it and move on. That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here. Solid shot. That's going for 4.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. I can just stand and admire that shot.
Great commitment. Everyone's gone up. Doesn't beat the infield. Four runs added in that over. The Royals, 101 for 2. Pandya, the left armour, is the new bowler from the Garganash Temple end. Drops safely. The Giants goes up strong, but the batter doesn't feel like got anything on that. Gone. Fine catch.
So that's the 3rd wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
A difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to settle themselves in before facing their first ball.
Well, that was a poor delivery. You can't bowl there, and it got deserved.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Straight to the fielder. Oh, my word. Fast reflexes and grabs it. Stunning catch. Oh, wow. Brilliant reactions and what a catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
That's a big one. A maximum. Away she goes. If you lose the pictures, it's because it's hit the broadcast truck.
That just drifted a bit and pounced on. Hit high and mighty. They'll be really happy with that.
Perfectly timed.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played. 4 runs all the way. Bowling a little too wide, and that was just driven square with incredible timing. Looking very settled now.
Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Oh my, that's racing away.
What a lovely shot. Flown to the boundary. It's not the type of ball to be bowling.
Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them. Pandya from the Garganash Temple end.
A few moves made in the field. I'm liking the look of this field. If the bowlers stick to their plans, it should be tough to score, but they still have some protection.
Beats the field with a great shot.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here. Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Drilled that one away. Durrell ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Jeez, timed that well. Over. The Royals are 136 for 4.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
David, the right armour is coming into the attack from the Van Vaar colony end.
Well, that's what you pay your entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Couldn't get it through the field. Everyone's gone up. Got that away nicely.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Durrell has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Can't get that outside the ring field. End of the over. 12 runs coming from it. The Royals are 148 for 4.
The batters have controlled the middle portion of this innings, but they'll need to launch now with wickets in the dugout. Well, any sign of nerves approaching the half-century can be forgotten. A brilliant shot for 6. A bit more balance brought to the field now as the captain swings the changes.
Pandya, 2-4, and gets punished for it. Great shot for 4 more.
Well, that one's for the textbook. Stands tall, on top of the bounce, and a lovely flick of the wrist at the end. A good innings, that's 50. Simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again. Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Off the middle of the bat.
Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries, just to keep them guessing. Great shot.
That was a lovely flowing drive through the covers to pick up the 4.
Really playing all their shots that over. Very expensive.
They're behind the required rate late in the innings. No other choice now but to just go for it. That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Hatterda, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Heaved over the top, and that'll be a maximum. Fantastic square drop.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build.
Outrageous catch. What a wicket to get. Straight to cover point for an easy catch.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
Gone aerial with that one. Land safe. Might not before.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened. How will the bowler respond?
Hetman went long, high and hard. That is huge. 2 in a row.
Well, these are crucial deliveries. 12 from 2 balls, and maybe there's a bit of a momentum shift.
Edged. What a ball. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them.
They've played wonderfully all innings, but the required run rate's demanding more from them if they can.
Brilliant shot. That's one for the crowd.
All the way, got it right out of the middle.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Edge, but it drops safely. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Edge, amazing delivery. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Massive outside edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter.
They really need a boundary, this ball.
Shot, finds the gap with that one.
Eyes on the side of bowling slightly fuller and have been put away. That's a great win. It really did feel that the first innings display put enough runs on the board and they've been able to defend it. Great bowling.
Well, there's only one team really in it today. An exceptional